Are you tired of giving up on yourself? Do you have those situations when you know you have to do something, you know exactly what to do and how to do it, but you still don't do it? You procrastinate. You are literally killing your dreams. Now, of course, you wouldn't admit to yourself that you're killing your dreams, but in reality, every time you procrastinate, you are pushing away your dreams, and eventually they end up in a grave. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can kill procrastination, okay? If you watch this video, you will come out on the other side with the exact process for destroying procrastination. I hope that you are excited, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into it, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on more of those videos. I'm going to be posting a ton of content in 2023 that will help you to elevate your mindset. I'm going to give you the tools, the strategies, the techniques that will help you to break through limitations and take your life to the next level. So, procrastination. Procrastination can literally take your dreams to the grave. And I know what I'm talking about because a lot of my dreams, unfortunately, ended up in their grave back in the day, right? So you have to kill procrastination, ideally at its inception. Now, how do we do it? Well, first of all, you have to identify the main trigger. Why are you procrastinating? Are you procrastinating because you are afraid of something? Or because something feels too complex, too confusing, too complicated? Or maybe it's a mixture of both of those things. Now, if you identify that you procrastinate on something because you are afraid, maybe the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the fear of the pain of the process, once you identify that fear or that pain, you have to reframe it. You have to start looking at it differently. So for instance, maybe you procrastinate on going out there to those networking events because you are afraid that you will get rejected. You are afraid of this pain, of this anxiety building up in your stomach. If that's what you focus on, well, of course, you will never get out there. But you know that is holding you back. You know that you want to get out there into the world and make something happen in your life. So you have to reframe how you attach fear and pain to that activity. Rather than focusing on the pain of the process and the fear of you failing, what you want to do is you want to think about the possible pain of you living in regret. Now, you fast forward a few years and imagine what's going to happen and how you will feel if you keep procrastinating on that thing. And it should really scare you. It should really, really scare you to the marrow of your bones. You should literally feel this weight of regret. And when you do it, now suddenly it's so much easier to take action. Also, think about the exhilaration of the result. Like in this example, you pushing your comfort zone to get out there and to meet other people. Well, think about how it's gonna feel afterwards when you've actually pushed yourself. Or if you struggle with getting up your own couch and getting to the gym, think about how it's gonna feel after you finish that workout. Or maybe you have to write an essay or some work report. And it's really important. Ask yourself, how incredible will it feel once I finish it versus how terrible it's gonna feel if I have this pain of regret in me. And just by reframing it, it's gonna be so much easier for you to take action. Now, what you gotta do right away, once you focus on this pain, is you have to ask yourself, so what is the first thing I can do right away? What is the first little action I can take right now? And commit to it. Do it for just 5 minutes. You don't need more than that. Do it for 5 minutes. Because I tell you what, 5 minutes is enough to build the momentum. It is enough to get into the motion. And once you are in motion, it's actually quite easy to stay in motion, right? But you just have to push yourself to do it. Now, a lot of us are overly perfectionistic. You say to yourself, well, I want to go to the gym, but I want to go to the best gym. And I want to do a 2-hour workout. Well, guess what? It's never going to happen. You'll keep failing yourself. But once you decide, you know what, okay, I want to go to the gym, so let me start with the first action. Put your money where your mouth is, commit to it, get that membership, and guess what? Now you've taken the first step, right? So again, there are different examples I could give you here, but this is one of the easiest ways to overcome procrastination if you are primarily afraid of something or you feel some type of pain associated with the process. Now, what about the situation where you want to do something, but it feels too confusing? It seems complicated, it feels overwhelming. Well, it's actually quite easy. Because the only thing you have to do is to break it down, right? Whenever you have certain activity or task and it feels too complicated, you just break it down into separate pieces. Now, if each one of those pieces still feels too complicated or too difficult or too confusing, guess what? You keep breaking it down and you keep breaking them down more and more and more until you arrive at one little activity or task that you can perform right away because it's small enough that it doesn't overwhelm you anymore. And then again, what you do is you commit yourself to taking that action right away. So if you want to write a book, or maybe just some type of report, or maybe essay, right? Whatever your situation is. Of course, it may feel overwhelming. There's a lot of procrastination that comes from this fear of not being good enough, the pain of the process. A lot of people really despise writing. But if you break it down, and you decide, okay, what is the smallest step I can take? Well, maybe the small step I can take is to brainstorm on one page a couple of ideas for what I can write about. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it should be messy. It is just a draft, right? I'm just going to brainstorm a couple of bullet points. This is easy enough for you to stop overthinking, bam, and to get into it. And I can guarantee you, once you start writing things down, once you feel the motion, or either typing or writing, you will start feeling better about yourself and you will start gaining the momentum. And once you have the momentum, it's so much easier to keep going. So if you procrastinate, if you have those moments in your life when you know you should be doing something, but you can't get yourself to take that step, just follow this very simple. By the way, we are not rediscovering America, right? This is not rocket science. This is actually very simple. But sometimes in life, the most simple things are the most powerful. So please, right now, before watching any other video, I want you to ask yourself, what am I procrastinating on? Write it down. Ask yourself, what is the trigger? Is it pain? Is it fear? Is it complication? Break it down, bam, commit to it. And before watching any other video, before, procrastinating once again, maybe watching an online course or going on Netflix, take that first step and you will feel ridiculously amazing. It's gonna feel tremendous to know that you finally overcame that negative spell of procrastination. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. My name is Naraine. I'm making a lot of those types of videos here on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on this type of content. And I really hope to see you in one of my other videos. Thank you so much.
Let's go.